OK， 稍微等一下我设定一下。好 ，OK。然后，话说啊，我现在才发现，它好像你到每一个段落离开游戏，或是到一个新的地方换离开游戏之后重新上线，它好像会以该章节的那个去做，就是目前这个菜单的背景画面好奇特哦！我还是第一次发现我一直以为它就是单纯的几个而已，就好像它是跟着你的那个剧情一起走。所以上次我们应该是我啦，上次我好像玩到警察局那边嘛，好了，就继续了。
I knew nothing resembling good times lay beyond that gate, but I was gonna have to face the music sooner or later.
这把好冲锋枪。想要玩啊，没有要玩，真的是让我超不放心的。
About the only friend I had left in that town.
唯一的朋友。
I guess our little stunt helped some other civic-minded people raise valid concerns about community relations. Their faces said it all. I was on their side, but how could they know that? They came through that door, I'd be leaving as a human shield and never leaving at all. Luckily for me, for once, the police arrived just in time.
It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Sorry， 我不能打你了。Sorry， 没事吧？哎呦，看到一个。Sorry， 我不是故意的。
They had their body armor. I had mine.
Mr. Have a nice day, guy.
The last few prisoners were trapped in here, and more pressingly, seemed I was too. security switch had to be in that booth. It was Monday's arrest log, as far as I could tell. And no sign of anybody from Nova Esperanza. All those poor bastards have been checked straight into the Imperial Palace Hotel. That kid had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision.
还有一个，头，那个头就出来。这边有没有东西啊？看一下。好看怎么样？我这把是不是满了？可以满嘞。没拿这把了，这把其实蛮痛的。黄金枪。还差一个。看老师哎。
Well, wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, then blown my head off.
Porra, você tá tentando fazer? Quebra esse perna!
哎，大哥，你不是死了吗？算了，不要拿这把好了，太难搞了。
Porra, você tá tentando fazer? Quebra as pernas dele! Cadê seu respeito? Não estamos...
Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward. Nothing changes.
通常那种不是主线道路的地方，都会有一些奇特的东西。怎么就散弹了？不想要散弹说。真的，只要不是走主线道路的地方，都会有一些特殊东西。 奖励品啊什么之类的。我会倒啊你！
Every bastard in the joint must have known I was on the loose by now. I couldn't afford to waste any more time.
"想要玩，哎，宝贝被我找到枪了。
Seemed the anti-drug squad had a few habits of its own.
气毒小子。
Seguindo adiante rumo ao alvo.
操你妈！这样也可以打？他妈的！
Police food, the same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there was more pressing matters to deal with. Becker's blood money from the good doctor. Serrano had canceled one side of that transaction. The other was on me. They'd come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running.
Wow.
Figured I'd bag those up for evidence. I figured I should check out the security monitors while I had the chance.
刚好2把都满了，正好，这么多心。
It looked like the prisoners were giving them a run for their money. That's what happens when you hand some roided-up half-wit a commando uniform with special on the front and let him ride around his hometown in a tank playing soldiers. Sooner or later, someone's gonna decide he's not so special. There were a bunch more in the elevator, tooled up like they were about to roll into Fallujah. And of course, they were headed my way.
靠背你，哪有这样子的啦？你就这样慢慢走过来，看。 张的你！拜托换枪好不好？
If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving.
完了，然后我拿走，坐电梯吗？
I saw the elevator doors were open. If there was one thing I learned since being in Sao Paulo, it was that me and the local elevators were not a good mix. Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
先吃一下。什么？是枪吧？是枪啊！看。看老师不能死，不能打。干，子弹冲击这么强，你他妈居然没事。跑去哪了？先打脚。来，不然怎么打啦？干老师嘞！干老师！ 直接撞。靠背你，他哪来的、啊？哦，超难打。
I'd killed more cops than cholesterol, and still no sign of Becker. It wasn't the first time it dawned on me I should probably have gone over the plan in more detail, but it was too late for that now.
怎么变红色了？
If I didn't hurry, Becker would be long gone. About the only Sao Paulo's own David and Goliath. I'd pinned De Silva as a coward, but he'd risked more than anyone, and he'd never taken a bribe. AUP. Those were the guys who jumped the yacht in Panama. And what was this? Had the Brazilian cops tipped them off about the money? I still didn't know how I'd gone from drinking myself numb in New Jersey to looting corpses in Brazil, but this was where I was, 5,000 miles from a home I couldn't go back to, on another suicide mission to clean up a mess that wasn't even mine. The CS were all but out of business in Sao Paulo, and suddenly Becker and Victor looked like local heroes in the war on crime. They'd really gotten their money's worth outsourcing their problems onto me. My old pal Serrano. We'd both been unwitting clowns in this sorry circus. Part of me hoped he'd made it out of that hotel alive. I didn't recognize the guy. Maybe this was the new slum king De Silva had talked about. A throne never stays empty for long. Fame at last. It was no great surprise I'd made Buffet's most wanted list. I hadn't done much to improve the reputation of Americans abroad over the past few weeks. And there they were, my illustrious employers. 3 dead and still every chance I'd go 4 for 4. None of this was gonna look good on the resume. And I was in good company. Howell Passos, sent up north to find a washed-up gringo who would act tough and play dumb. Boy, did he ever deliver.
Oh, 打坏就不能了，哼。 东西可以让我捡。闪光灯 ，no。看，别再打了，好不好？哦。
It was starting to feel as if I'd never leave that place. Like one of those nightmares where you keep running and running, only to discover you're chasing yourself. Nothing I was gonna find in there could make a difference now. I had all the evidence I needed.
我现在想要的是药丸。
Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast. The bastards had me locked in.
My eyes and throat burned, but at least I could breathe. I was trying to work out what direction I was headed in when I discovered some more Brazilian architecture not designed for the American physique.
Kun, 想干嘛？啊，我的枪嘞，就这样没了，就这样没了，呵。
There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system.
Security system.
Jesus, it was that guy. I had seen him in the favela, Bachmeyer, Becker's right-hand man. His time would come, him and Becker.
照理说10天要留着的，口头去讲那种东西，应该讲不了什么东西吧？应该没办法说明什么吧？
I'd seen enough. It was time to bring this nightmare to an end.
干扰是我看都看不到的，鸡巴。起来，妈的！
I couldn't get that tape out of my head. Why had Ufe killed Rodrigo? I wasn't gonna find any answers in the forensics lab. I had to push on.
你有要玩吗？你哪这边哦？不是。
Hey, pal. Nice to see you.
Vai pra casa, gringo de merda.
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I know who you are.
And you should have killed me in the office when you had the chance.
There's still time, meu camarada.
No. 靠背你！在靠背你！
Gostando dessa porra! Morreu! Você morreu!
啊！你在地上忏悔。 狮子到哪里啊？刚就在地上忏悔，妈的！
Another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. It felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else, something buried deep in the past.
给我药丸啊！不知道人在哪这样子哦，这样打真是很累。这金的吗？不是，这个好的。
Rodrigo, Giovanna, Passos. Everyone who'd meant anything was gone. Like so many times before, I'd found myself alone, locked on a course of destruction. It was at my worst when I was at my best.
啊，有了，先补一下。 靠你老师在那边偷射鸡巴！
Figured I'd bag those up for evidence.
妈，在那边偷射！
Vai
西？真的假的？
It felt like I was going around in circles, getting further away from the truth. I had to find my way out of there.
真的假的？没有东西。啊，走人走人。看你老师够了哦，够了哦。他妈的，他妈够了哦，是没被打过哦。妈的，谁理你呀？干，打我打这么爽，现在又放过你，怎么可能？啊，双钢甲嘛，穿钢甲啊。
Becker and Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Now I was coming for mine.
哎，我是拿着宝，金，哎，真的金的，278。
Beleza, rapaziada, bom trabalho. Só tô esperando a confirmação do outro grupo, mas o gringo já deve estar morto agora.
Senhor, ele não parece estar morto!
Filho da puta, pelo amor de Deus!
靠背。看你老师这样没死，这样没死，只是倒地，真的假的？不要再开枪了啦，不气哦。 好了没？好了没？好了没？刚好死嘞！够了没？妈的，真是很烦人呢。
Hey! You Americans love to interfere in things you do not understand.
Oh, I understand plenty, asshole.
How stupid can one man be? Continue atirando! Continue atirando! You should know when to walk away! Why do you think you're not dead already?
couldn't get a direct shot. I was gonna have to get creative. It was a waste of bullets. His cover was too good.
啊，没子弹了，真假的？这要玩。
Do you even know what you're getting for?
Those ceiling tiles looked kind of loose. It was worth a shot.
You don't know when you lost it.
哼，就这样压死了，没事放屁呀！看老师嘞！你这样我他妈都没看到你，就可以打到我，刚这有点过分了。滚！操你妈！干被我看到头哦，下来啦！
This was the passkey to Becker's office. I was close to the end of all this, and I could feel it.
Becker!
Something funny about dying?
I felt like the avenging angel. I looked like a fat bald dude with a bad
胖又
temper.
坏脾气。
You disgusting piece of shit! I know everything! Not everything, my friend. Let go of him, Max. Huh?
原来他也是那个。
There's a good fellow.
Well. Victor, I was wondering when you'd reappear out of whatever slimy hole you live in.
I'd like to just say, Max, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work, for my family, and for cleaning up that horrible mess with the Crachá Preto for us. You know I'm tough on crime. I give you a bonus, but I think you just fritter it away. Becker, take his gun. Toma, seu filho da puta!
直接脊椎电击，好痛哦！
They had barred the door. My only hope was to chase them down. I knew they'd be leaving town, and my guess is they would try to fly out of here. Rich people love to fly away.
God damn it!
Okay, Max. Now you check the main terminal. I'm gonna go and look for the Bronco plane by the hangar, okay?
Let's do it.
You keep an eye out in there.
所以这个是好
You
警
know
察
Becker's
嘛？
gonna have some guys in there watching out for you.
Yep. So, of course, I knew they were looking for me. But the airport was about the only place a fat gringo might blend in. Well, there or a sex club. My delusions of disguise lasted around 2 seconds. They were out in force. And they were out for me. But then, I was out for them too. Every last one of those bastards.
我的伪装只能维持2秒，所以登机记录了。操你妈的！干！这样子打差不多了，可以来收点东西了。那东西真的假的？这么巧？够了没啦？哪里出来？我看到一个黄金物件了。哪里啦？出来！哪边就出来哦！靠北，躲在那边北七哦。这什么啊？弹发射器。
It felt like my vacation was coming to an end. Only I wasn't heading home with a sunburn, a bag full of duty-free, and a dose of VD. I was making a bet that would put me in handcuffs or a body bag.
看哪里？ 面有东西。看老师嘞，哪有这样的啦？子弹。
These were Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet. This was the back office. They'd be on their way to the nearby lounge.
No. 射击模式啊？什么意思？干妈哦，干拎的我又按错，北七。真的很容易按错哎，不是我要说。黄金物件，好诶，好诶。走人。
The doors lead in the direction of the main terminal. The customer restroom. I could get through to the departure gates up ahead. Nothing was happening back here. I had to get to where the action was.
There were Ufe all over the airport, and civilians were being moved out. Looking at it one way, shutting down the airport for their escape was a weird sort of compliment, but one I didn't need.
你躲在这边，开什么玩笑？哪里啊？不是很会冲，操你妈！这样也没死，厉害。妈，第一次看过特勤队不找掩护直接打的。是都在干什么吃的？来，找我黄冰箱啊！说实在，这音乐真的是不会挑选。 听人让我不舒服。快点起来！想跑啊！哪里啦？干他妈偷射！还有一只在哪？哎，步枪哎！但这步枪没有那个啦，没有接近。看到了。
The gate had opened at the other end of the departure lounge.
再来，是。再来。不要再打了啦！哦。他妈的，真是打不停的。
Maybe they were in the next terminal. I'd keep looking until Victor sent me a postcard from Miami.
No， 就是要找东西。你有红缨枪了吗？啊，这么少。那我再捡一下吧。
There weren't any other flights clogging up air traffic control. Victor would be clear for takeoff as soon as he was ready.
Doors!
不要当个远景还当成这样好不好？很差劲哎，躲都不躲的，只是聪明的新手一样。这个也是，这个也是，这个也是。够了，干你啊嘞！这样你可以杀我，妈的，夸张！我就只是没穿个防弹背心而已。好了，你这样随便射都可以打我，这也蛮奇迹的。 杀了我，他妈也真的是觉得很莫名其妙。但我也太好杀了吧！好了，高林德真的是很夸张哎！不要再乱射了哦！然后人家不看都可以开枪，还他妈还射到我！这样都可以开到我，真的是王八蛋呢！哦，不要这样子好不好？夸张哎！妈这样直冲跑，那还他没事，完全不找那个。
It didn't look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on.
那太夸张哎！这把没有，好吧，拿这把吧。
It looked like they'd cut the power off in the office at the end of the platform. That was where I'd get it running.
想到一个打到人，真的是莫名其妙。
The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both.
的嘞，真的是他妈白目哎！操你妈！操你妈！拜托，这样也可以射到我，真的是很莫名其妙哎！他妈的，干滚啊！ 真是很莫名其妙呢。这样以后可以杀人，靠呗。
And we were off. I felt like I might be able to recharge for a second. At least until we pulled into the station and met more murderous assholes.
Son of a bitch.
It didn't work out like that. Of course, there'd be a tram full of goons trying to derail me.
wanted a ticket for the Max Payne Express.
靠背你靠腰哦。直接少看老师。
I felt like I'd missed out on the joke, and it was a real good one. Come on.
还有一个起来，妈的！
The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see what was waiting for me. This was my stop. It had taken me right into the heart of it. Becker's gimps were everywhere, so he and Bronco must be close. The smart move would have been sticking with De Silva and going straight to the hangar, but when was I ever about smart moves? I'm a dumb move guy. Hey Max, we'll drive onto the runway. No thanks, let me walk in the main entrance. I'll put a big shit-eating grin on my face and let these assholes take turns trying to kill me. That's my style, and it's too late in the day to hope for change. Boy, were they throwing numbers at this problem. But then, I'd chosen to be here. I wanted this. Was it redemption? Not really. It was pathetic desperation, and not much else.
你要稍微暂停一下，上个厕所。
The further in I got, the more guys I saw. Becker wasn't running a police force. He was running an army. These guys were better trained and better equipped than anyone I'd seen out here. And I'd seen some mean sons of bitches. The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass. There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
I ain't got nowhere else to go, Becker! Mr. Payne, I believe you had something to say to me.
稍等，肚子痛。 OK， 回来。
Mate ele! Mate ele agora! Não!
继续。
Não! Não! Do you understand this place, Max?
靠背。傻修。 看到死痛。
You're pissing on another man's bullwax!
操你妈！那就剩你了哦。哦，爽！哎，这是不是一开始那个那个场景？真的。
This was it. It was almost over. So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer. Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death, and I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
吃子弹啊！ Get the plane!
Get the plane!
Get in, Max!
I'm in, just drive the fucking car! Go!
Drive the fucking car!
We had one card left to play.
Just get me close! Wow.
来看来看。
Insurance ain't gonna cover this! Come on! We got a flight to catch! It's not going to take off without it! This car ain't so good! Shit! That about sums it up! They're blocking the runway! The urban tech map! Shit! Right there!
干太高。
I normally am behind the gas kind of cop. If only I'd been one of them too. We're taking damage!
电梯是关闭的。
That's them! Asshole! Career's coming down with that plane! Let's get it over with!
，motherfucker， 敢这样弄我？
Wait, Max! No! Stop! Max! We have what we need on him now. Let him enjoy a trial and a spell in prison. Let him suffer. Trust me.
Trust me. 看到他笑，他们就不爽。
You know I walk. You'll walk with a lift.
The 55th Battalion of the City Police's Special Forces Unit, who've been implicated in human trafficking, has been disbanded indefinitely. Meanwhile, Victor Bronco, the politician at the center of the scandal, who is accused of laundering money from the scheme to fund his political campaign for mayor, was yesterday found hanged in his police cell. It's not yet clear whether his death was a suicide or simply retribution for his part in a scandal that has so many families missing loved ones that were kidnapped and killed. City officials say a full investigation is underway. Local residents expressed outrage, say they have been let down by both law enforcement and city leaders. And now, your local forecast. Boy, it's dark in some places, but it's sunny everywhere else. Over to Marisol with the weather.
Hmm. 这样子是结束了，然后一开始就被骗到现在。好的，看样子已经完全结束了，对吧？章节已经到章节选择了，完成，呵。好多没捡到哦。这个下杠也没有。闪避艺术家，哇，干到50分钟，这么久。剁手者，摧毁载具，近战要怎么近战？冲上去就要跟他对战吗？对干吗？是什么？染人？好，这次就到这边啦。我觉得他这次剧情也是有点快，也不是有点快啦，就是，我也不知道怎么讲剧情还不错，只是到中间真的，一波三折，真的是也是觉得哦，也太可悲了吧。被人花钱叫过来，然后就发生一堆事情，要保护的人就这样被杀了，干！算了，好啦，那么今天就先到这边啦，拜拜。